Yeah, we are going to the option transaction now, and this will have a receipt. First of all, that is CRs. Okay, so in the transaction option, receipts stand for voucher number are auto generated in the system, and the same is generated in a month wise order depending on the transaction date entered by the user. Transaction date entered is in the format of DDMMYY. Why? Why? The voucher number that would be generated in the system would for this entry would be 12001. Entering the correct check number detail would ensure to user a trouble-free bank reconciliation from the system and for entering the recipient pertaining to fund settlements. Now we go to the transaction and say receipts. This is our CRs we are putting. Creditors receipt. Okay, CR is stand for creditors receipt. Now we have a voucher number over here option. If you double click on this, if you have already defined the voucher number, it simply says from which bank you want to issue a voucher to a guest. Okay, this is a standing of voucher number, date, code, account head, and the amount. Every time when you're creating a new voucher for a recipient, for a creditor, you have to put a new voucher number. So for example, you can take last one, double 090252. You can put a 053 over here by going to the sequence wise. Now this is a date on which date you want to book a CR, credit receipt, for the vendor. Now there is a code which says GC impressed, GC reimbursement, general cashier impressed, general cashier reimbursement, general cashier reimbursement, staff salary, fixed deposit, SDFC operational bank account, and collection. These are the information which you have to put before issuing the receiving. Now it's been for example, we take any of the vendor details over here, which will be help us to understand this is more clearly now. We'll take for example anyone and we just press tab. Now this has been linked with the HDFC operational bank account. Now this is HDFC operational bank account. Why we selected this option? Reason being, by the help of this HDFC bank account, we will be paying a check to the vendor. Now suffer holiday maker. This is received from the bill received from check number which we will be issuing to the vendor as per the stationery. Advance for narration of the payment, why we are paying them, amount, and there is an entry for it. Debtors control account, that is credited. Operation operator receipts at 35321. Any taxes here? No, there is no taxes for this. So this is our first option in transaction, which is says the receipt. So you have to ensure that you're putting a right check number in the terms of then reconciliation with the bank, how much you have paid to the vendor and how much you have received from the guest or from your debtor. It will be reconciled easily from the system help or from the bank also, as the information will be in a black and white. Now we'll go to the next option called the payment contrast. Okay, the payment contrast is option. Voucher numbers are auto generated in the system. Again, the voucher number will be generated automatically, so there not be need to be worry about it. So this voucher number will come automatically, as it was the case in the CR also. Now we go further. We'll take any one of it for the example. Now it has the code down there which says HDFC operational bank. Again the same thing. This CV, this is CV. It's now we'll go further. Then it is a monthly wise periodic. Entering correct check number details will again will ensure to reconcile the details very easily. So this is what we have a details over here. We have paid staff payment salary account to this 50,000 rupees. It could be a advance salary been taken by some one of the colleague of ours. It's been debited to his account. So this is the staff code. This is the code for the transaction account head code number. This is 7 S 00012 hyphen 000, which has amount of 50,000 been debited to it. This is the check number which will be issued to the person. Repo ID is general. This is for date April. Narration is April. Now we'll go further. This is what the information can be given directly, which will help. Now we'll be putting a PV now. That's a creditor's bill. Creditors will again the voucher number will be generated automatically. You have to ensure that the date of the voucher and the check number will have to be present on the system. And this voucher number that will be generated in the system automatically will be as per the counts available. As read in the feature about iBoss of so generating payment from the system, generating payment for this is the credits bill. Now we are paying to the credits now. This amount module also has a facility to hold certain payment which should not be considered for auto generation by making the field hold with a tick mark. Okay, in this we can hold some amount of the payment also, as this indicates over here. This is the hold button. We again see that the JV number will be automatically generated as been informed to you early. Now we'll go further. Enter the correct bill number, bill date, due date, cash flow code, and narration for the voucher to be entered. If the supplier is a multi-currency supplier, and again the exchange rate of the same is to be kept in the mind, the bill has to be ultimately be booked in the USD only, as it is default currency of the system. Now again I'm like just for your information, if this is has to be paid somebody outside India, which will be on the dollars, so in that scenario we have to book the PV in terms of dollars only at the end when we creating a JV for the user. In case where a supplier is also a store supplier, the RR passing can be also be done from this module as described in the system interface. Now I've been told you, I have explained you about the interfacing of Tushe, interfacing of Showman and Alif in between in the masters option, where we have where we download all the data of linking all the data, all the RRs from Showman to Alif. In that scenario over here we can define all these things. Now this is your voucher number. It will belong to the pioneer software chemicals. We can hold his payment if we need. Voucher cannot be updated. Locked voucher is, it is locked voucher, we cannot do it. So if we say hold, so we'll put the amount of the hold total. If it's 6903, we want to hold 903 rupees to hold for the payment, we can hold that. Now this is again the supply of caustic soda sodium, as it's what just now described and explained through reading, that we can put also MMS interface linking with this, and we can generate a JV for the RRs. Now see, it's the same details available. WCT, ESIC, if any deduction is not there, it's all zero. TDS, it's all zero. Now we come over, total amount we are paying to the vendor 6903 on the date of such, and RR number details are here. Once you double click on this, it will take you to the RR window, and you can select the RR from here, and you can put like you can put and done a JV for this, generate a JV for this. Now this is our credit stability is completed. Now voucher number. Now we go to the general voucher. This is a general voucher. We are booking a JV, we are generating a JV for the vendor or for the payment terms. Voucher numbers are again auto generated, so it depends on the monthly wise. It always depend on monthly wise. Now for the month, how the voucher number will appear, if the date is 1/12/2005, the voucher number will appear as 1/2 month, then 0001. Okay, if I'll say this is a month of September, and today's date is 16th September 2012, then the JVPV series will be generated with the name of 1009 as in September, for the September, and 0001. Okay, now we'll go further. Voucher number, I'll just take any of the example voucher number over here. Now this is this voucher has been defined, generated for the invoice specific module financial controller on the name of. This is the transaction date for this JV, where debtors credit account debited to 40963, and debtors billable. Now these are two heads we are using over here. This is the code for this heads. Debtor control, we are debiting with 40,963, and billers debtors billable 40963. Now just to recall you, remind you, I've explained you, if we have a responsibility, we have to pay somebody some amount, then it will be definitely go and become a liability to the company, and will be remain on the left right side of the balance sheet. When we are paying it off, then it has to be also credited also. So once we debited the amount, then that has to be credited also, so the balance sheet should be tallied, as we have a liability and the liability is been paid off, so we should not keep it. So this is why we do all this exercise. First we book a JV, book a JB against this item head code, against the against the code of the head, and then we credit it to some other code. So to the billable, that means the debtors bill is been paid, the debtors control account and debtors billable account. So from here we are paying, and from here we are just showing the credit to it. There's no tax been linked to it. Now we have completed with the transaction module. In this the main things been done with related to the creditors bill, general voucher, payment contra, receipts and all. Now we'll go to the bank reconciliation option. Okay, in the bank reconciliation we have two options available: bank reconciliation manual, and the second one is electronic. So we first go to the bank reconciliation, select the option bank reconciliation manual, and enter the bank account code which is to be reconciled. Now bank reconciliation is totally depending on the other parameter past the system would display the transaction on the screen, where the user has to simplify enter the clear dates and receipts. Now whatever amount we have paid, whatever JVs we have generated for the time period of the year, now we want to see those and we want to understand what is pending and how much we have paid at the end of the day. Select the bank name, say ascending descending, reconcile. Now we'll have this amounts over here. This is AP credit 09007 voucher number 14 September, amount is 373,380. Okay, then we have AP credit, then AR credit over here. So this is the reconciliation of your bank account. This amount is has to go to the somebody he will take check has been issued to him through this JV number, voucher number, and this has been booked by the company inside this amount, so it will be coming to the company cash control. Now if I'll want to clear this, I can put the date over here and clear this amount is being clear on that day. So at the end of the day, this reconcile is help you to understand what amount you have left in between. Electronic is one of the more option to do it, so which we currently avoiding to use because it's on been doing it manually, so user can be intervene and do regular basis pay. So now we move further. We have few more options available, which says creditors transaction matching. So this creditor transaction matching, now we'll click on this and we'll have a serial number over here. So to understand the serial number, party code and party name, I'll just explain you through reading, which is the matching serial number is generated by the system. So the user has to select the supplier whose debits and credit he wishes to match of either in part in or full. The matching of suppliers help in the auto payment generation module, and also in the outstanding report generated from the system, as it displays only the unmatched voucher. Now uh, serial number will take, we'll just click on it and to identify the serial number, uh, like as explained, the serial number is basically generated by the system, so the user has to select the supplier. Now we'll take any supplier with the serial number, take example of this one. Now so this is our matching. This is the matching for the Pacific Direct Limited, date of 21/6/2012, just 2 months back, 3 months back, and it's for the currency of Indian rupees. Now this match entry was booked against the JV number 050750. See this amount 577,759. Now in terms of when we have to pay somebody some amount and we have not paid it yet, that amount will appear only once in the system. If it's appearing twice, credit and debit, that means it's been already waived off. Once first of all, it will appear as a credit to the company, which is a liability on the balance sheet. If we have paid off, then this will be debited against the second JV number. Okay, now we'll go further to understand this is how the matching goes. So 503 has been debited, 502 has been debited, and 503 has been credited. 496 has been debited and 497 has been credited. 749 has been debited and 750 has been credited. So this is the output of this is the information and output of how this creditors matching works in APGL. We will have the same matching available in AR also, so that would be also very helpful to understand. Now we'll just go back and work around some other C. Like I have a details over here. The report for the day to day MIS reporting. There are few reports been defined in the system which works on day to day MIS reporting. Cash bank details online report. Creditors bills register. Now I'll want to take you to over here. Before going to the reports option, I want to see show you some more information. There's a memorandum JV in the put in the system to issue a memorandum to somebody, and it's been predefined in the system. We are not using those now statics. We are not using TDS paid challan. It's been generated once in a year. As year progresses, we have to pay whatever amount we are paying to some company or somebody. We have to pay them this amount, and part of that amount, 10% will always go to the government, which is part of a TDS. So we deduct. This is a TDS paid challan. How it looks like. You select any of the say number. You just come over here, and this is the standing of your TDS paid account. Now you can see some other options. It's all predefined. Only once it will define. Now total amount of TDS pay amount is here. Interest, surcharge, base amount, which bank, BSR code against which we are doing it, challan number which we are performing. This is a challan which against receive against the service. TDS acknowledgement certificate edit. This is a TDS certificate which every now and then need little bit modification by the team. So this is the TDS certificate for a particular vendor. In this you have a master certificate number, you have a TDS serial number, you have a code of the company, challan number against which we have received services from them, basically a bill. Then we have a PAN number if available of the company, address, its company or individual, and other information. Now this is tax form status and tax details edit. Now we'll go to the reports. Now we have few reports in the system which are daily basis required report, which I want to tell you every MIS reporting required on a daily basis, which will be helpful to make us understand how the standing goes. There is a report called cash bank detail on online report. This one line report. I'm so sorry. This is cash bank detail or one line report which help us to understand the standing of cash which we have and bank detail which we have over here. Creditors bill register which have bank of accounts, book of accounts. Then we have a general ledger. Go to uh, general ledger report we have over here, which keep us inform about the standing of our general ledgers every day. Then we have creditor ledgers, how much we have to pay to the creditors. Then we have bank reconciliation reports which will help us to reconcile the statement, how much amount is there, how much we have to pay, what are standing for us. We just take example of it. Uncleared amount and clear amount. Take a bank, the first one, operational bank, as we saw in the in the creating the work also. While creating a masters and all, we keep this operational bank account as a main account for us. We'll click on create by putting a date as on date. We'll click on create. This report builder is running, which option like basically report builder application of Oracle. So it is running currently and generating a report for you. You can define the date wise also, so make it more simpler or shorter. This process definitely will take some time to get over. So the output of the report will be appearing and giving a detail you about what is the reconciliation of bank standing. So which have a statement of bank, how much we have debited, credit, what has been paid, what has been received in our account, because we are everything is getting booked in boss system. That means whatever the transaction been happening in day to day operation and time to time operations all coming. Now we have a receipts uncleared for 13 lakh 31,636, and bank balance as per book is 99 lakh 43,350. This is for the example of for your example only. Now we just close this. Now we have for more detailed reports. which has department profit and loss, department cash flow reports and all. There are a lot of reports which come in the picture, which will be helpful to understand, which basically report, it's a day-to-day MIS reporting which everybody has to check whenever they are coming, when they are checking in, where coming in the system. So they should be aware of what, where they are standing and what is the standing of their details. This is the cash flow details report, which is here. Now uh, now this is a completion of our report option. There are a few more things which this is the completion of our reports. Now we'll go to the option. Now we have next parameter coming as in a processing, and then we have last is housekeeping. So by completing these two options, we will complete our whole run for the APGL. Then we'll go to the AR, and if required, followed by the petty cache. Okay, so we are in very much in APGL now. We're just completing it in few minutes. So we reach to this option called processing now. In the processing, you'll have a lot of option which will be required to generate direct payment, generate reverse JV, recurring JV, which was explained in masters also. What is recurring JV? Then you have a transaction postings also. Transaction posting will be helping you to post a transaction, post amount, book amount. Okay, so the we'll go start with the transaction. First of all, in this transaction, you will have a to lock the vouchers entered in the system and ensure that the same cannot be deleted, update in the system, and no entries can be passed in the system until a particular date the user does transaction posting. In this routine, all the transaction unto the posted date would get locked in the system, and the user would not be allowed to enter any new records prior to the post date. So this is a transaction posting. In this you can block a particular JV and locked it, so nobody can open it and do some modification. Then a part of it, we have a auto payment generation. Auto payment generation again, it's a part of your check printing and all. So in this you have a three options: payment list, generate voucher, check printing. First of all, check the payment list, voucher, to whom you have to pay. Then you have generate voucher, you have to generate a voucher before printing a check. Then after it, it's a recurring payment which is happening every now and then. First of all, for that you have to put a recurring JV. Then after putting a recurring JV, then you can go to the recurring payment option. I'll just explain you about that recurring JV again. For passing a year and closing JV in the system, the user has to first ensure that all the transactions have been posted from the AR module to the APGL module till the year, and then the user also has to ensure that in the APGL module also the transaction posting has been done till the year end. Okay, so this is how it goes. Then we have a few more options easily can be seen over here. MMS interface transfer. Here you will unbuild RRJVs, flag and unflag, consumption JV, consumption data import, bill RR data import. Bill RR data import is option. We transfer a Showman file from the Showman TXT file, which has a detail about the GRNs or receivings, RRs, whichever receiving been done. So we just click on this. We say the data import, select the date and import it. So whatever the data been transacted, it will come in the system, and through that we can come to transaction, and we can book a credit bill for the user, credit bills, and we can generate a JV. So it's become a it will become a direct payment process. So there is no manual intervention required by putting a user putting entries and making a big entries, accepting items and all. This is direct check printing, which has a one more like there are two options. One is auto check printing, and this is direct check printing. So both works to different parameters and system. This is your TDS consolidated transaction login. The transaction login basically a way, if you want to complete your year, you can do a transaction logging. Then after that, you won't be able to post anything in the system. It will not be allow you to this exercise been done. This will run always in a month end. Now we will be reaching to our last option. This is housekeeping, and housekeeping you'll have very important parameters defined over here. The first is company information, which has always kept blocked, so nobody can edit. Only the master right people have a right to do it. So this is all information about the company of ours. So this information always linked to different forms, as form paying, going for the TDS, for the service tax, all information this traveled over there. Final transaction locking, once you completed the year, go to final transaction locking and locked it there. After that, a new year will be opened and you won't be able to perform any in the last year, any transaction and any modification in the JVs and all. Okay, now the system parameters is one of the option which allows system parameters, will help you to define all interfaces in between. Okay, so we are in a general says put pick the image from this folder, report path. Okay, once you must have seen that when you will see, or you must have seen, or maybe you will see that whenever a user run a report, it always run a report builder saves that report to on this on your server, on your report folder, in this path. So you can go and check it always whenever, if you in case you have closed it also. Now we have this TDS path. This is your TDS form which will go to the vendor of yours, and it has all the detail about the TDS, why we detected the TDS, on which behalf, serial number, R10 number and all. Now we have a default Chanakyapuri, year is descending order. All this has been defined parallelly in the system before the implementation. Now this is our important chapter, how to pick a JV. Whenever we want to put a JV for payroll, so it has to be picked from this path. At the time of closing a month for the payroll system Prism, the account team and HR team work together. They coordinate with each other, and at the end of the time, when both the teams complete their work and check the transaction of data, they try to put a JV. In that scenario, they create a auto JV from Prism and it reaches to over, and then from there data been picked by Alif, and that data is been generated into a JV. That's a payroll JV. There's a path for that place interface. It's basically interface file dot txt file will become being generated by system in Alif, and it will be posted as an JV. So again, no user intervention, not required to put each and every entry. It's all picked up automatically. It has a detail of your every uh, day present, not present, weekly off, CL and all, number of count of days. We have MMS over here. This is again a path for MMS, from where MMS system picks up that RR file which I explain you in this RR file linking, from where you put the bill RR data input. So this is what is standing for you. Now I just completed uh, almost completing the housekeeping. Parameters been defined, voucher printing parameter, check printing parameter, all predefined. No need to play around with this, because this is not been handled now by system. Now we have, for this we have a different patches available. User preferences, currency, we have reporting currency, we can keep changing it. New year, if you want to, in the month of April we will be opening a new year, then this option will be coming very handy. Integrity check, rectification, reindexing, these are the few things which can be run at any time. So there is no big deal to run this option. This will always help to enhance the speed of your system. It will help you to enhance the power of your system. Calculation process will be very faster than the normal time, and it will definitely will helping in a lot of people in terms of. Now I'll just give a little bit information to you. What is integrity check? The integrity check is the run the option by selecting all and both of the trial balances, not telling. Run the option by selecting other for department report, not telling. If I'll say for to make you understand very clearly, all and both for trial balance. If people are seeing the trial balance amount is not matching in AR, APGL, whatever, then you can run this process. If they're saying the department reports are not telling, means the cash flow is supposed to be there is not matching with the cash flow which is coming in the report, or in some other in trial balance or somewhere else, or ledger or JV, or if the bank reconciliation is not matching or department report is not matching, then you can run this option. Very handy to use, and can be used anytime. There's not a big deal in it. Then we have a rectification entry. In this we can regenerate the ledger. Again, it's about outstanding it's all about outstanding, and keeping in mind that whenever we have a amount lose, whenever we are not able to tally the balance and all, in that scenario, then reindexing is the process which reindex your data and your vendor's detail. So if some data has been deleted, some data has not been linked or edited, then to sync it, to index it to a new place and keep it very cleanly with the process, right, this index been used. So now we just completed the APGL. Now it's been done, and we will be moving to AR now. And I hope so this was APGL, whatever been explained to you now, is very helpful in terms of for you to use. Thank you very much.